physiques. Whoa, enhancement talent of the week.
The Enhancement Talent of the Week is brought to you by Star Will Books, your map to amazing stories. Star Will Books is the publisher of the best-selling science fiction series, The Adventures of Duke LaGrange. I just got my fourth book in the mail today, hardcover edition of How to Battle Giant Monsters with a Drunk Space Ninja. Really excited about that one. And you can visit them today and get your copy at starwillbooks.com. So, Donnie, tonight's Enhancement Talent of the Week, I say it every week, but I haven't been proven wrong yet. It's a good one. And it's a guy that really kind of a tale of two cities here. His time in the WWF might be considered more of that classic enhancement talent route. He also, in the circles in Memphis and the CWA and all that good stuff, he might be considered, I don't want to say a legend, but somebody that, his name carries some value. And so he was big in the Memphis circles. So this talent started wrestling in the late 80s, I think 1988, 1989, and busted in the USWA right away. I mean, he's in matches with guys like Bill Dundee and Brian Lee and Shinya Hashimoto. He had some wins, he had some losses. He's filling it out. He was a good kind of solid mid-card guy. And it was even in one of those big like USWA 10-man tags that they were so famous for with Scott Steiner and Tracy Smothers, Adrian Street, a lot of good stuff. He even challenged for the CWA tag team titles with his partner Jed Grundy against Jimmy Golden and Robert Fuller. Actually, this is another fun fact, and you'll dig this. One of our favorite of the Wrestling Life Support podcasts, I don't want to call him an enhancement talent, but a guy that was definitely bigger in the territories. He had runs in the GWF and UWF and Puerto Rico, and that's the great Action Jackson, a.k.a. Popular Perry Jackson. And we all know he had a big run in CWA in his tag team title run with Robert Fuller. Well, they defended those titles against the dream team of this man and Frankie Lancaster. So, I mean, hey, he's wrestled the great Action Jackson. That makes him pretty cool in my book. And I think he wrestled him a couple times. Then in 89, he started his first stint with the WWF. Lost to the Widowmaker. That's rare. We know the Widowmaker didn't have too long of a run there. But the best one, October 3rd, 1989, he lost in 2 minutes and 49 seconds in Toledo, Ohio at the sports arena there to the Genius. So, I mean, enhancement talent. I mean, that's like a heel, face. I mean, you don't see that a lot. The Genius took him out in under 3 minutes. So that's a pretty cool claim to fame there. He even actually tagged with Hercules. This guy tagged with Hercules against the Orient Express on a wrestling challenge. I got to try to dig that one up. I haven't seen that one. So he's done a lot of cool stuff. And he wrestled until probably the late 90s, did some things on the independent circuit, mostly in the Northeast. And yeah, I mean, I think this guy definitely deserves the title of Enhancement Talent of the Week. And he had a nice little career and wrestled some big names. And I'll make sure to link a lot of these matches in the show notes, maybe some from Memphis, some from the WWF. But that man is the legendary Jungle Jim McPherson.
Wow.
Do you remember any of Jungle Jim? Or I guess Jim McPherson, probably more in the WWF.
Don't think so off the top of my head. It's definitely getting my enhancement talent education as we go along too.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you see him, especially maybe in the context of like USWA and CWA, it might pop a little bit more. I mean, in reality, he only had about 20 or 30 matches in the WWF, and unfortunately no victories. But, he teamed with, like I mentioned, Hercules and Ronnie Garvin, teamed with Jim Powers. So, it wasn't like he was just out there with nobody. It's like he was even considered a good enough tag team partner for some of those, jobber to the stars, if you will, that were on the tail ends of their career. So pretty cool stuff. So the Enhancement Talent of the Week this week, I'm honored to say it is Jungle Jim McPherson.